So, it's been a stop and start, start to the season. We've got two games that I told you we play today, which we really should be winning. Fingers crossed we actually do, because we probably need to keep this form going. Hello guys, David here, and welcome back to another episode of Going Intercontinental here with Newell's Old Boys. Since you were last with us, we have played a handful of games, as you can see. So the last two games we played were against River and Racing Club, obviously not the best start to the season. We then turned that around with a lovely 4-1 victory against Gymnasia. We then lost irritatingly to Sarmiento, and as you can see, had two sending offs. Damien Fernandez has had a interesting start to his Newell's career on a permanent deal at least. We then had a lovely little turnaround against Atletico Tucumán, an annoying draw against Teleres, and then two wins since then. One against Defensa y Justicia, which our old player Francisco Fedriski scored a brace, which is not what I wanted to see. And then we managed to get our revenge on Lanús for the games in the Copa Sudamericana with a 3-0 victory over them, in which youth product Victor Paz even got a goal on his debut, which was very good to see. Obviously, as I mentioned, in this episode, we're going to be doing the games against Independiente, Rivadavia, and San Martin in the league. In the cup. But since we've been with us, obviously that's been a month and a bit in terms of game time, ever so slightly. So there has been some transfer news. Outgoings more than incomings, unfortunately, and two that I didn't really want to do, but my hands were kind of tied, to be completely honest with you. One from a release clause point of view, one from just a player point of view. Is never going to keep him, unfortunately. Those two, if I go and open up my screen, were Julian Fernandez. He has gone to Leganas. Lagana? Is that? I don't know which one they are, but they're in La Liga. They picked up him for 1.9, going up to 2.7 million. And the one that, to be honest, I'm even more disappointed about, but I think we all knew was probably going to happen at some point, is the departure of Steve Hood to Napoli. Fan favourite Steve has gone on his merry way into Europe. And we wish him all the best. He is permanently on my shortlist, so we will keep an eye on him. We'll keep a track and see how he gets on over the coming months and years and see how he gets into that Napoli side. I don't think he's played for them since we sold him, but that was only a week ago, so I don't think he's had a chance to play any games for them yet. But yeah, we sold him for 2 million. Again, I just wish I could have got more, but the release clause kicked in and there was nothing I could do. I had no option but to accept it, and the board, if I didn't, the board would have probably accepted it for me. So unfortunately, that is the case. But the good thing is we have got quite a lot of potential add-ons, as we can see, which is making up for it. So hopefully we should make a bit more money out of it. The big one being the fact that we have got, I believe, a percentage of profit on the next sale as well. So fingers crossed he does do bits. I wish good luck to Steve, and hopefully, like I say, he continues on his merry way and gets a bit of cash in the future. But they both came out after our transfer window was closed. There was literally nothing we could do to replace them. Our transfer window closed like what, 15th, I think it was. I think it was the day that he went, or maybe no, it was the day Castro went. Sorry, because Castro has gone out on loan, as has Don Santi. They've both gone out on loan to other clubs. But yeah, it was. Yeah, we couldn't replace them. Fortunately, we didn't sell Nadalan in the end, so he is still in the squad. So he's got a very useful backup for Andriozzi, who's now going to be our first choice right back. Sorry. Finances wise, that has helped us a little bit. Obviously, we need to be careful with the projections. We are spending more and more on wages every year, so we do need to be very careful that we don't overspend in terms of this. So we are going to have to keep being a club that sells to a certain extent. But yeah, hopefully won't have to do too many more in the near future. We're also expecting our facilities to be done very, very soon, which is very good to see. But anyway, enough of my chit chat in terms of the updates. Let's get into the first game of the episode, as mentioned, against newly promoted side Independiente Rivadavia. Team for this one is a fairly come to expect side, I think, with a couple of returns of injury since you last saw us. So it's Limosan in goal, Ferroni, Ricardo Graffa, Damien Fernandez, and then Andriozzi obviously then coming in for his. To be fair, he has been playing quite a bit, but he's come in on the right hand side to replace the now departed Steve Hood. Belmonte shifts back into the base of the midfield to obviously replace the departed Julian Fernandez, and then that will leave Lautaro Torres and Hector Nora playing In the centre of the park, Nora playing quite nicely so far. Torres playing very, very well indeed. Just actually rejected a bid from him from, is it going to tell us? I can't remember if, yeah, it was LAFC. They wanted like 1.5 million for him. I just shoved him out the door. It's not happening. Barotha is back. He is back in replacement of Aguirre, who has not really played very well in his absence, to be honest. Benitez still playing after his sending off in the last episode, and then Varela is playing up front, and as you can see, playing fairly nicely as well. Benitez scoring 4 goals, top scorer in the team so far, despite having a last 5 games rating of 6.5. Paz, Fernandez, and Aguirre all on the bench in the assumption that any one of those doesn't turn up today, because if it's anything like we go by in the last couple of matches, that's not beyond the realms of possibility for at least one of them to basically just not turn up. But anyway, let's get into this one. Let's tell the team to prove a point. As we do, let's do that. I say we're on a decent run of form. We are unbeaten in, I think it's the last 3 games, maybe even 4 actually, I can't recall. So hopefully we can keep it going against to me, a weak side. Newly promoted. I don't know how they're doing in the league, to be honest with you, but I'm not hugely concerned about them. Probably should be a bit more than I am, but yeah, the bottom of the league, they've only won 1 game, so they'll probably have won 2 by the end of this. As you see, Lannis have taken a massive downward turn, and we are at the moment sat in our very customary position of 9th place. But as we can see, a win here and a result over Independiente Rivadavia today does potentially give us a chance to shift up into 5th place. Most likely into 6th, though, I would suggest, because Velev, I'm sure, are going to win their match. Although, are they even playing? They're playing Aldosivi, and they're down to 10 men already, so maybe we can get up into 5th place in this game. We shall see. But Benitez on the ball then. He has been running well, he's just not been finishing it like that. That's been pretty much what I've had to deal with since I last saw you guys. That's not beyond the realms of normality. Varela with a corner in. Gets to Barotha at the back post, and he puts in his first goal of the season. The hands are back, because it's 1-0 to Newell's, and that's going to shift us right the way up the league, which is exactly what you want to see. I mean, that's terrible defending from Independiente. I'm not going to keep calling them their full name. Not the best defending you'll ever see, and that could, in theory, I think that's actually going to put us up into 4th place, which is scenes at this stage. Andriozzi with the early challenge. Oh, he's being sent off. We're down to 10 men. Not the way I wanted you to replace Steve Hood, being sent off. Not only off, sent off for 2 yellow cards in the space of 17 minutes. That's not good. Fortunately, I did make the decision to bring Nadlan onto the bench. So I think that's going to be the end of Nora, I'm afraid. Had to be someone. And I think I still want the threat of... Oh, no, wrong one. I still want the threat of Torres coming forwards, and yeah, Nora playing the box-to-box role, potentially not as useful for me at the moment anyway. Although I have just noticed that Belmonte has had a note next to him saying he's looking ill-disciplined, which is not exactly ideal. God, thank God I didn't sell Nadlan now. Whew! Dodged a bullet there. Varela with a corner. Headed away by the first man out to Belmonte, who's going to give it to Ferroni, who's going to do something with it. Gives back to Belmonte, who's going to give it back to Ferroni, who's going to lose it probably. Gives it to Torres, gives it to Graça. Belmonte again. Out to Benitez. Nice little ball out there. It takes a shot and it's just wide. A good effort. We're down to 5th now, courtesy of Argentinos Juniors winning their match. Oh, I was going to try and skim down to Velez, but I'm not going to get that just yet. Damian Fernandez out to Nadlan. My fan favourite again, until he makes a mistake. Nice bit of interplay. Benitez skips past his man. He's going to take a shot though, isn't he? Yet. It's one problem because he's... Oh dear. Oh, that's all right. Because he's playing that inside forward role, he does seem to want to always cut in and take a shot. I don't even know what foot he is. I believe he's right-footed, so maybe it's worth just trying to play him as his more customary inverted winger in the second half, perhaps, and see if that makes a difference. Chance for them. God, Jesus, bloody Mary Christ. That's what I mean. We're just not playing well at the moment. We are winning games, but things like this just shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't be conceding a goal this easily to a team like this. Look at that. Straight through. Really, really poor. I am going to make that change, actually. Let me just check to see what the situation is with Benitez. Is he right-footed as I'm expecting he is? He is indeed. So let's try and play him as an inverted winger instead, because that should give him a chance to put some crosses in, and hopefully Varela can get on the end of them. So we'll see if that makes a difference. See if he miraculously starts becoming an assist king. Seems very unlikely, but you never know. We can hope. Vela's still drawing 0-0 without a CV. I could actually do with a draw there anyway, to be completely honest. Ball in, it's 2-1. This is very, very frustrating. This is not a game we should be losing. The bottom of the league. Well, they're not bottom of the league now. It means Milan is to be bottom of the league, so I suppose that's at least a bit of a blessing in disguise, seeing as for some reason I have this inane just dislike for them for whatever reason. Oh, I also did notice, I can't remember which team it was. It might have been Sarmiento or Defensa or something like that, but they also have a square pitch. I noticed that while I was playing through the last couple of games. There is another square pitch. Aldosivi beating Velez, which, well, it doesn't really make any difference what happens just now because we're losing to a team that were bottom of the league. So it doesn't really matter what happens in any other games because we can't make our chances count because we're a terrible football team. Not very happy. They're pressured by the feedback. I'm not even going to shout at them. I'm just going to wait until they come in at half time and just absolutely berate them. Benitez is having a shocker again. He has got 10 minutes. In fact, he's got 15 minutes because 10 is not really fair. He's got 15 minutes to pull his finger out of his arse and bring that rating up and do something in this game before he gets hauled off and doesn't play for at least a handful of games because I'm getting fed up with him. He's not doing anything to benefit this team. And then the annoying thing is, as soon as I say that's going to happen, the next game he would turn up and score anyway, so I can't bloody win. Limasan with goal kick. Out to Fernandez, who's going to play it straight forward to the other team. Independiente on the ball. Probably going to be 3-1. Here we go. Here's the chance. Ball at the back post. Called it before it even happened. 3-1. Game over. Terrible, terrible team. Down to 10 men. I can't help but think this has been partly caused by the what's the word? The idiocy of Dino Andriozzi, who is already out of the squad for the next game. So for the derby against Rosario, he will not be playing. Benitez is coming off, and he's probably having a spell in the reserves because he's just not been turning up. Victor Paz can come on there. Barotha can continue playing. He's been playing fine. And Ferroni can... no one can replace Ferroni. So Ferroni's staying on the pitch. Nadland's come on and had a shocker of a game as well. Bamonte's coming off then, and Belotti can come on. I'm going to play them like this. So almost like is it asymmetric? There you go, asymmetric. We've got to try something. Belotti is the next of our, I suppose, conveyor belt of players that we have available to us. Should have gone very attacking there as well. I'll do it when it comes up. That's fine. Not impressed, gentlemen. Not impressed. A win would have put us up into 6th. As it stands, it's not going to happen. 2 wins would put us up into 3rd. It's not going to happen. And still, we're not creating a single chance. That's the most irritating thing about it, is the fact that we're not actually doing anything. We're having all the ball. We're getting loads of shots. We've had barely any target. 5 yellow cards. Obviously, 2 of them were from Andriozzi, admittedly. But it's just so frustrating. Come on. Something. Honestly. Like, what's going on? I can't demand more yet for some reason. I feel like it's been at least 10 minutes since that happened. I'm so disappointed that you guys have to watch this. I feel for myself that I've even got to do this. This is horrible. 4-1 maybe? Belotti to Paz. Scored in his debut. Takes a shot. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I'm in a bad mood now. Oh, I'm in a bad mood. Where are we in the league? Do I even want to look? We're down to 10th. That's not too bad. But this has been an absolutely shocking display. I was actually, you may remember from yesterday's episode, I was actually considering putting out a second string team against Rosario to then play this full strength team in the cup against San Martin. But I'm thinking the complete opposite. These dickheads can play another game. This Paz is doing something. Oh no, it went over. It wasn't even a save. It just went over the bar. These lot can just play the next game. I don't even care. I'm not even giving them a rest. They can train for the next year as far as I'm concerned. Shocking. Absolutely, unbelievably, categorically terrible. Horrendous. You'll do better to see worse than that this season. That has got to be one of the worst performances I've seen. And it was all started by Andriozzi getting sent off. Andriozzi banned for one match. Don't care. We're now having to pay Almagro nearly 130. Well, we will be paying him 130k once Livingston makes another appearance. Again, not asked. Right. Enough of me being fed up. I'm going to go do the Rosario game offline. Hopefully, we'll batter them and I can cheer myself up a bit. And we'll come back for the game against San Martin in the Cup. All right then, guys. Second game of the episode, San Martin away from home. Well, is it away from home or is it one of those weird? Yeah, it's one of those neutral venues. So it's home of Toleras for this one. In the middle, we played Rosario Central. We spanked them 4-1 with the formation that you can see on the screen. So we're going to stick with that because it obviously worked. So we're going to stick with that one for this game. A couple of changes. Velez is playing in goal for the first time in a while, just to keep him fresh. And I don't want him to get too pissed off because he's actually not too bad of a backup keeper. Kano is playing a second successive game at left back. He played pretty decently in the last game. Plus, I did have a bit of a moan from the Velez manager saying we weren't playing him. And one of the reasons I got him was to potentially try and get him in next summer. So we probably need to give him a bit of a chance. Gratha and Fernandez, the centre-half pairing for Andrios on the right-hand side. As per normal, Nadlan is now injured, so not ideal. He's out for the next 2 to 4 weeks. So Andrios has to ensure he doesn't get sent off at all. Torres and Belmonte in the middle of the park, with Aguirre, Leonardo Bottlemore, and Benitez supporting Varela up top. Varela, the scorer of a brace, and the setting up of a goal in the last game, which is always good to see. So hopefully, like I say, I put out a strong team because this is our potential route into the Copa Libertadores next season, or maybe even this season. I don't know. I don't really know how it works. That's an interesting formation. I don't think I've ever seen a team play that formation before. What is that? 4-1-3-1-1. Odd. Not a lot of width. Unless they've got very, very, very forward maraudering fullbacks, in which case they're going to have loads of space in behind. Yeah, that's a weird formation. It doesn't even look like one of them standard ones. It looks like the kind of thing you do when you're a man down. In fact, it looks like they're already a man down. I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's just get into this game and let's try and sweep these guys aside. Get into the semi-final, quarter-final, sorry, and then hopefully continue on from there. That's the plan anyway. But they've got an early chance, and then oh my lord, what's going on? Get the ball away, get it away, Bottlemore, for crying out loud. Varela's going to get onto it. He's so quick. Ball to Belmonte on just outside the area. To Andriozzi on the right-hand side. This is a strangely shaped pitch. Varela with a chance, clips the crossbar. Not a bad start at all. This pitch looks even more square than the other one did. Can I get the actual... There we go. Copa Argentina scores. There we go. Kano's injured. Fantastic. At least Ferroni's on the bench. Bertolo's out as well. So we're just dwindling. We're losing a lot of players. Nora might come on and make an appearance in this game, actually. Come to think of it. We've had one shot and none on target. San Martin are not rolling over. Varela with a corner. No one's there. That was odd. But it goes up to Belmonte, plays to Gratho, plays to Torres, to Bottlemore, takes a shot, doesn't manage to get a chance, doesn't manage to convert it. We've had pretty much nearly 100% of the ball let's not beat around the bush. We've had a lot of the ball, but we've not quite managed to convert anything yet. But this is going to be 1-0 to San Martin. I think they're playing it around nicely. They're going to play it in. Laborda's going to take a shot. He's not. Goes to Peruzzi. Just goes wide. Whew. That was close. We're being outplayed. That's the only way I can see it at the moment. We're being completely outplayed by this side. 17th minute, Kano went off injured. Andriot's got sent off in the 17th minute in the last game. Don't tell me that's going to be a sign of things to come. Cleared to Fernandez. To Andriozzi, who's still on the pitch, fortunately, for now. Damien Fernandez. To Belmonte. To Bottlemore. Play it to Varela or to Torres. Which he did. Plays it out to Andriozzi, who's surely going to whip a ball in at this stage. Hasn't managed to get it to anyone, and now San Martin are going to break. I'm going to be so annoyed if we lose this game. Just signed a new contract, so fortunately did that before we lose this game potentially. San Martin with a corner. Oh, it just goes wide of the target. They are absolutely dominating us. What is this? What is going on, gentlemen? What's that? Seriously? Come on. Come on now. Play it out to Andriozzi. Look at the amount of space he's in. Didn't go to the right man. They're structured. They are well set up for this game. I can't say any fairer than that. They are set up incredibly well, and they are sticking to their task, it looks like, because we're not getting anywhere with them. And Aguirre does his normal, takes a shot, spoons it wide, screws up the entire chance. Great. Unsurprisingly, Velez, our goalkeeper, is the man of the match so far. That doesn't surprise me at all. He's been playing out of his skin. This is ridiculous. Honestly, we've not turned up so far. Despite what the stats are saying, we've not really done a lot. Aguirre now to Bottlemore, to Varela. Surely this is a point to swing a ball in. Benitez at the far post. Well, not really at the far post, was he? What a move that was. It wasn't really, because it went to someone who can't really do. He's not a very good header of the ball. Oh, Benitez, what are you doing there? Come out to it. Oh, you're having a bloody laugh. I'm a goalkeeper, right? Well, I was. He's a sweeper keeper. He should have been on that way before it even got there. Look at this. This is a shocking piece of goalkeeping. He should be there. Absolutely terrible. Don't get me wrong, that was all caused by Benitez being an absolute fucking idiot. Ridiculous. Excuse my French. Absolutely ridiculous. Do you know what? No, I'm aggressive. I'm really annoyed at you lot. Terrible. Where's Benitez? He's having a right chomp. He is right. I know I said it last time. I'm saying it 100% this time. I'm not even going to take it back. He's not playing in the next 5 league games. He didn't play in the last league game. We won 4-1. Tells you all you need to know. He's not playing for the next 5 games. He's going into the under 23s or reserves, whatever we call them in this country. And he's not involved. I'm bored of him. Look at that. Look at that. Lets him play the ball through, and it's going to be 2. Jesus Christ. Velez is the only person keeping us in this game. No one else has turned up. This is absolutely abysmal. Close him down, Belmonte. Come on. Oh. Right, Benitez off. Now. He's not staying on. I have to keep Aguirre on because I can't really take him off as well. But what have I just done there? That's not the right player. Oh, it is. Barotha's coming on. No. I know I did the wrong change. Right. It's because I'm used to playing 2 up. It's because I'm used to playing 2, not 3 there. Benitez, off you come. Get off my football pitch. Nora's coming on instead of Belmonte, who's just had an absolute shocker of a game. This has been absolutely terrible. Gonna have to go very attacking for the last 35 minutes of this game. 38 minutes. Not acceptable. You know what? Here we go. Going back to the Gegenpress because I was actually playing tiki-taka, which is exactly why we're struggling. He goes up there. Yeah, otherwise I'm fine with that. He can actually play as a shadow striker because he's much better at doing that than he is this. So let's see what he can do. Let's see if Bottlemore can do a job and not bottle it. Who knows? Terrible. Terrible. Jesus Christ. What is Velez doing there? Take the easy pass and just give it to someone else. Pass it to you. You don't have to clear it like that. Fernandez. Oh no, it's Gratha, sorry. Wide of the target. Andriozzi with the throw. Bottlemore. Back to Andriozzi. To Nora. To Varela. Oh, hits the crossbar, did it? Or did the keeper save it? I don't know. They're on the break now. Grasser's going to take a challenge. He manages to get the ball off him nicely. Highlight finishes. Demand more. Come on. Come on. Pressured by it. Yeah, because he's bottling under the pressure. There you go. Called it. It's happened. Oh, God, that's inches wide. Jesus. How is a team like this beating us? Honestly. We've put out a very strong team. This is probably arguably one of the strongest teams I could think of putting out at the moment, considering injuries and stuff like that. Need Fernandez back. Why did I sell him? I thought that was in. Gone over, apparently. Andriozzi to Bottlemore. Cross in to Varela at the near post. Never there. Never get in there. Go on. Give us another one like we had last time. Go on. Close him down. No. Aguirre gets the ball off him. He's not going to get to it, though. I've lost all faith in this team. Why didn't I join Racing Club? Might have been in with a chance at this stage. Absolutely shocking. It's times like this where there's just not enough aggression I can throw at these players when they lose this game. I want to be able to go into there and start effing and jeffing all over the place at them because they've just been absolutely terrible. Unbelievable. And to think that we have matched expectations by reaching the 7th round and then we've just lost against a team 20 odd positions below us in the Argentinian Football League structure. And then we're against Independiente in the next game. Give me hope. That was absolutely horrendous. Absolutely shocking. Potentially seen as a contender. Yeah, I thought so. Thought we had a chance. Reveals his fury. Yeah, he should be. Absolutely fuming. Kano's out for the next 3 to 5 weeks. I'm so annoyed. I've got no words for what shocking behaviour just happened. Right then. What we'll do is we'll come back for the last 2 games of the calendar year. So we'll come back for the games against Quilmes and against Aldosivi. We now have to finish in the top 6. No two ways about it. We have to finish in the top 6. Otherwise, I probably need to think about whether I should really be with this team anymore. And maybe I need to think about going somewhere else. Why didn't I join them? Well, there you have it, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed that one. Hopefully you've enjoyed it more than I have anyway. If you have, then make sure you hit that like button for me. That'd be very much appreciated. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe because there'll be regular content coming out on this channel for Football Manager stuff and things like that as well. And let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. My name's been David. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.